Tammy Adams, intuitive life coach and spiritual healer, as she teaches, empowers, and guides you on an intuitive level. She will help you to become open to the often hard-to-face reality of your past karma that is carried into your present-day core problems and blockages. Tammy is here to deliver the messages from our angels. Every show delivers the information that the angels need you to receive. She's here to help you to start learning the truth. Tammy will teach you how you can begin or enhance your spiritual practice. She will lead you in guided meditations, giving you the tools to start understanding your own soul, spirit, and body. What is karma? Is karma real or imagined? Can you clear up bad karma from your past? How? All these questions and more will be addressed by Tammy through her gifted communication with angels and her spiritual skills.
Hello and welcome. It is such a pleasure being here today for all of you. I am so excited because today we are talking about, this is the month of April, and we are talking about soulmates. I love talking about soulmates. I love, love, love this. So today is going to be absolutely wonderful because when I think of soulmates, I only think of how blessed and how fortunate we are to even have the opportunity and have the gift to have our soulmate. But today's show, so this whole month is going to be dedicated to our soulmates, the month of April. So listen to the shows, and if you don't catch the first one, you don't catch the second one, you can always go back and listen to them again, or even have them replay. If you don't get the whole story, then you can have it replay and do it over again as well. But what we're focusing on and what today is about is, are soulmates real? Well, many people have asked me this question. I think it is so funny. And people are like, soulmates aren't real. That's not real. And I explain to them, soulmates are actually very real. They're as real as me and you. And it is so extremely beyond the point of amazing, absolutely beyond the point of amazing, how soulmates work. It amazes me how awesome they are. But first, let's talk about what soulmates are. Soulmates are two souls that have been created since the very beginning of time. Two souls that have been created at the very beginning of time, in your lifetime, whenever you were created, that are meant to be together for always and forever. And to say that soulmates are not real is to say that you're not real. It's to say that I'm not real. Because I am someone's soulmate. And you are someone's soulmate. You are someone's everything. You are someone's dream come true. You are someone's gift that they have received in this world that we live in. So many of us do not recognize how powerful and how absolutely significant soulmates truly are. And for us to say they are not real, to me, is to say that, there's no such thing as love. When it's been proven time and time and time again that love is one of the most powerful tools that has been ever given to anyone and to any species. Love is the most powerful tool which continues to inspire us and continues to help us to grow and to become this most amazing and most wonderful gift to everyone else. What does that mean what that means is when you express love, when you express that wonderful light that's shining around you, you let off this energy, you let off this wonderful feeling that people start wanting to be more connected to, more attached to, more embraced with. And it is such a gift to share that with someone who is completely and entirely connected with you. And to say that is not real and that life is only about existing and life is only about having a person that we're meant to be with in this life that has no purpose and no meaning, that it's not passionate, it's not deep, it's just there, just there, just a simple little person that I don't really care whether I have him, I don't really care whether I have her or not. It's just a partnership, just business relationship. And don't get me wrong, there's many people on this planet that live just exactly like that. And some of them are not doing so bad. Are they happy? Nah. They're okay. Are they fulfilled? Absolutely not. Are they with their soulmate? Absolutely not. Do they wish they can have love? Do they desire the feeling and the urge to have passion? Absolutely. Have they been loyal to their partner that they're with? No. Most of the time not. Not at all. And they know this. But they accept it in the name of money, and they accept it in the name of just putting up with it. Because it's the right thing to do. God, our Creator, has given us a blessing, has given every single one of us a gift. And that gift is your soulmate. And that wonderful, amazing, spectacular gift of having your soulmate is so wonderful. It is such a miracle, in my opinion, that I don't even know how we have lived with any other type of relationship except for the true partnership and connection with our soulmate. Our soulmates are what help us to receive that feeling and that knowing of being whole again. And many of us deny that. We deny having the urge, the want, the desire, the dream of being with our soulmate. Maybe we don't know the word is soulmate. Some of us think the word is twin flame. I've come across that quite often. And we'll have that show later on in the month about twin flames. But the point is, are you ready to finally reap the rewards that you are meant to receive in this lifetime? That is a good question you should be asking yourself. Are you ready to reap the rewards and to have the gift of having your soulmate in this lifetime? Do we all have a soulmate? Maybe not all of us have one. Maybe, I got, just not that lucky this lifetime and something happened, or maybe my karma wasn't right, or something was going wrong, and I don't have a soulmate in this lifetime. Maybe not all of us do have a soulmate. That's a good question. And you can ask that question several times. You can go to as many people, lectures, radio shows, as many as people as you want to go to. But guess what? The answer will always be the same. And the answer will always be, yes, we do. Every single one of us, we all do have a soulmate. Absolutely, completely, 100% guaranteed, we do. We have a soulmate. We all have a soulmate. Not one of us has been forsaken. Not one of us has been denied of the gift of having a soulmate. But so many of us do not believe in having a soulmate because we think that we've been forsaken, or we've been convinced that we're not lucky enough, or we have bad karma, or we're meant to suffer in this lifetime. And I've had people tell me that. Well, I was told ever since I was young that I was meant to suffer in this lifetime, so I know I'm meant to carry the cross, and I got to carry that cross and just bear with it, and I know in my next life I'll be happy. Newsflash, hello, everyone? Yeah, that's not true. Absolutely not. God, our Creator, and your guardian angels want you to be happy right now, today, not in your next life. We'll continue in a moment.
Conscious media for conscious minds. OMTimes.
Ascending Hearts is no ordinary dating site, but a spiritual dating site with a purpose, to link you with your soulmate. We engineer the serendipity so you can trust that you will attune with someone that has the same matching vibration as you. Ascending Hearts, the conscious dating site for the spiritually aware. Try Ascending Hearts for free. ascendinghearts.com.
Join Vibe Nation radio host, international psychic medium Carrie Turcotte, as she guides her listeners to rediscover themselves by accessing the keys of knowledge that already exist within. Each week's show is divinely orchestrated to intertwine with the universal energies, allowing the listeners to go deeper within. At the end of each show, Carrie will tap into the energies of the listeners and give a message from Spirit about the upcoming week. If you really want to get to know who you truly are, join Carrie each Monday at 3 p.m. on Vibe Nation Radio.
Have you ever wondered why you were born? What is the purpose of your existence on this planet? Life can't just be about paying bills and spending 8 hours a day at a job that makes you miserable. Haven't you ever wanted your life to have meaning and purpose? Well, intuitive life coach and spiritual healer Tammy Adams can help you. She's been working with people for over 30 years all over the world, helping them to start living their life's purpose. Her exclusive clients have been able to live their dreams, break down the barriers that have been holding them back, and truly have happiness, love, and joy. For the first time ever, she is making her life purpose program available to you. Are you ready to pursue your dreams? Are you ready to have self-love, self-confidence, and self-worth? Are you finally ready to have love, joy, peace, and fulfillment? If you're ready to invest in yourself and commit to making a change in your life, then call Tammy Adams today at 916-930-0781 and ask about her Life Purpose program. Schedule your discovery session with Tammy to find out if this is the program, is right for you. Stop hesitating to pursue your happiness. You deserve to live a happy and fulfilling life, and Tammy is here to help you get there. So, call today and ask about her Life Purpose program. That number again is 916-930-0781. God bless.
Dear John, I'm leaving. Uncontrolled high blood pressure is serious, and I can quit whenever I want. Why can't we get back to when you checked on me? I don't want to leave. But remember, when I quit, you quit. Sincerely, your heart.
Listen to your heart. Don't let it quit on you. High blood pressure can lead to a stroke, heart attack, or death. Get yours to a healthy range today. Find out how at heart.org/blood pressure. A message from the American Heart Association, the American Stroke Association, and the Ad Council.
And we are back. So a good question for so many people would be, what if I lost my soulmate? What if, even though, yes, okay, we all have a soulmate, okay, beautiful. This is wonderful news. Okay, so no one's left forsaken, no one's left empty. We all have a soulmate, but what if I lost my soulmate? What if I have missed my chance? What if I've closed the door on my opportunities, or I've passed mine by because something went wrong? Well, that's a great, great question. And people have asked me this question, and I was like, guess what? That's a good question. But the answer is a great answer. And that answer is, no matter what the situation is, we all are blessed to truly be able to have a second chance. If you have lost your connection with your soulmate, if you have not been able to be blessed with the opportunity to have your soulmate today, don't give up hope and think you have been forsaken. Don't think for a moment that you've missed your chance. I promise you, you have not missed your chance. There's always, always another opportunity. Let me give you a very clear example. I spoke to a client earlier today, and she was talking about how she was connected with this person. She was married to this guy, and da-da-da-da, and, you know, things weren't going so great, and she allowed herself to, you know, get rid of him. She wasn't happy. She couldn't be married to him anymore, so she divorced him. She was married to him for 15 years, and she was like, I am done. I am done with you. I don't want to be with you, blah, blah, blah. I'm done. After she divorced him, she went on a spiritual awakening. She went on retreats. She went to many spiritual lectures. She did a lot of cleansing and chakra cleansing and aura cleansing, and just really worked on developing her spirituality and her awakening to the truth. And as she was going through this growth spurt, which enlightened her and has helped her to truly see what the color green looks like, and help her to see what the true colors are around her, as well as the meaning of life, she realized, oh my gosh, I just destroyed the relationship with my soulmate. I had this guy that was the most significant, most spectacular, most amazing, unconditional, loving man in the history of mankind that has ever loved me. And everyone else has always wanted something. Everyone else has always desired something. But he has given without any questions, without any doubt, without any confusion. He has given. Time and time again, he has given. And she went to a healer, and she went to a seer, an intuitive, and that person told her, yes, so-and-so, that was your soulmate. Now, she knew that this man was amazing before she divorced him after 15 years of marriage. She knew he was beautiful. She knew he was amazing. She knew he was spectacular and unconditional love. But she was so frustration and had so much disappointment in herself because she was so angry in her life that she could not bear the happiness he continuously wanted to share with her. So she had to separate. It was the most hugest gift. She had to separate in order for them to grow, in order for them to develop a second chance and create that second chance. She had to grow spiritually. Otherwise, the relationship would have been a complete loss. It would have never been able to be a reconnection in any way, shape, or form. And doors would have continuously stayed shut. As she went through this growth, as she allowed herself to become aware that this was her soulmate, she started to become very hurt and she started to become very frightened that she lost her soulmate, that she destroyed the gift that God had given her, which was her soulmate. And she realized that the reason why she threw him away was because he wasn't mean. He wasn't authoritative. He wasn't controlling. He didn't demand anything of her. These were her reasons. And as she was going through these experiences with other people, abuse, negativity, definitely, the other people allowed themselves to have control, which is what she wanted. Judgment, which is what she wanted. Unkind, manliness, which is what she wanted. She realized she just lost the most amazing, spectacular man that has ever been created. And she realized she is now stuck in a world with men that she wants nothing to do with. She doesn't want anything to do with these men. And she's stuck with them because she threw her soulmate in the garbage. Nope, don't want to be with you. Sorry, I got to divorce you. I really can't handle your kindness. I really can't stand your niceness. I just can't take your unconditional love. And you're way too understanding for me. You are not authoritative. You are not a man. I don't want to be with you. She was so used to being treated like dirt because she was so abused as a child. She was so abused as a child that all she knew was abuse. All she knew was negativity. Her thought, what she believed love was abuse. What she believed love was to be taken advantage of, was to be treated like dirt. She has been taught this, which is so, so sad. And as she continued to realize that she has been forsaken and that she has definitely screwed up and things are not so wonderful and things are not so great, and now she's lost the only man that ever meant anything to her because she's been on this spiritual awakening and now she's aware, she realized, how am I ever going to get him back? He will never take me back after I treated him the way I treated him. One thing I have to say to all of you who are listening right now, surprise, surprise, our soulmate, no matter what the situation, and her situation was pretty harsh, they will always, somehow, some way, God willing, be able to rekindle, reconnect, and heal. Even if your soulmate's lost. It is such a gift. Having our soulmate, I can't even put words into the feeling of the happiness and the pleasure of knowing what it is to have your soulmate. Knowing what it is to express to the one person who truly understands you and truly knows you of what love is, what emotion is, what passion is, what understanding is, what unconditional connection and communication and partnership is. We don't allow ourselves to receive that because we think we are here to struggle. We think we're here to suffer. And I have to say, truly, I have to say that doors are going to constantly be open for us. Somehow, some way, our guardian angels, our spirit guides are going to continue opening the door for us so that we can allow ourselves to connect with our soulmate. Even if we think our soulmate's lost, we all deserve to have our soulmate. And each and every one of us, whether we believe or we don't believe, are going to have the opportunity and the blessing of being able to connect with our soulmate. Now, whether you believe this or whether you don't believe this, that's you. You have your opinion, you have your freedom of choice. Absolutely. But to truly have satisfaction means allowing ourselves to be aware. To truly have satisfaction means allowing ourselves to know that love is real. Okay, we will continue in a moment.
The Real Conscious Connection. OMTimes Radio. IOM FM.
Humanity Healing International is a small nonprofit with a big dream. Since 2007, HHI has been working tirelessly to bring help to communities with little or no hope. Our projects are not broad mandates, nor are they overnight solutions, but they bring the reassurance that no one is alone and that someone cares. To learn more, please visit humanityhealing.org. Humanity Healing is where your heart is.
Hi, I'm Kelly Fox, host and astrologer of The Astrology Show. Each week, I'll give you access to the current transits, which are a valuable tool that provide astrological information to help unlock the potential each of us has. Understanding the stars can help steer us in the right direction to make better informed choices. So if you're wondering what's going to happen in your week ahead, be sure to tune in to The Astrology Show for guidance, Mondays at 9 p.m. Eastern Time.
Are you in search of love? Now, when you hear the word love, do you think of a true, meaningful, instant connection with someone that makes you feel as though you've known them your whole life? The kind of connection that has a magnetic energy and a seamless fit to your thoughts and desires. The kind that cannot be anything other than your soulmate. If this is the kind of love that you've been searching for and think it'll never happen for you, stop. Your soulmate exists, and Tammy Adams can help you find them. Tammy Adams has been an intuitive life coach and spiritual healer for over 30 years. She's here to help you connect to your soulmate. If you think your soulmates don't exist, please do not be mistaken. Tammy is here to tell you that every single soul that has been created has a soulmate. Through her intuitive abilities, over the years, she has connected countless clients with their soulmates. For the first time ever, Tammy is making her soulmate program available to you. If you're tired of the heartache, if you're tired of searching, if you're tired of being lonely and constantly having this longing for that one person, then please call Tammy today and ask about her soulmate program. The number is 916-930-0781. Schedule your discovery session with Tammy to find out if this program is right for you. This program is exclusive to those who are ready to finally invest in themselves so that they can have a fulfilled life. In this moment, you have the opportunity to finally have love, passion, and joy. Don't hesitate in pursuing your happiness. So call today. That number again is 916-930-0781. God bless.
Hi, I'm Jimmy Buffett. Save the Manatee Club has helped to protect imperiled manatees and their aquatic habitat for decades, but there's still more work to be done. Threats from cold weather, red tides, pollution, and boat collisions continue to take their toll on the manatee. So let's work together to safeguard the manatees and the places they call home. Be the friend they need. Visit SaveTheManatee.org. Thank you.
Great. And we are back. So, like I said before commercial, we all deserve our soulmates. You just need to allow yourself to believe. You need to be open energetically and spiritually and be aware so that you can allow yourself to receive the blessing of having your soulmate. We must be in balance, healed and unblocked. Okay, what does this mean? People ask me quite often, what does that mean to be balanced? What does that mean to be unblocked? I don't get it. I don't get it, Tammy. So let me talk slowly and let me explain this. Many of us take on problems, issues, negative energy from our associates at work, our family members, our husband, our partners, our mother, our father, whatever it may be, friends. We take on their negative karma. We take on their negative energy because when we feel sorry for people and we let people who are not helping themselves come into our space and affect us, their energy, their negativity then gets washed upon us, put on us, and carries us down and drags us down. My whole gift since I was born has always been to help people to be healed. So I know intuitively what is wrong, where you're blocked, how you have the interference in your space, where you are blinded or disconnected, and I help heal you. I heal your chakras and energy point levels in your body. I help get rid of the blockages that you may have in your throat chakra or your heart chakra. Or let's say you've been abused or maybe you've been neglected and you don't know what it is to love. You don't know how to even receive love because you've been so hurt. I help people to connect to that love. I help people to receive that passion. I help people to get rid of the cords that are connected to them, the blockages that are stuck inside of them, but as well as the pain. I help people to heal from the pain that is associated from past relationships, family, karma, whatever it is that's associated and causing complications to block you. And I heal that. I heal that so that you can be renewed. I unblock those painful walls that you've built up out of fear. And I unblock those chakras that are so tightly wound. They're just like so tightly knotted up. I unblock those and help unwind them so that you can be whole again. Being in balance means for our chakras and our energy point levels in our body to be in alignment. To be open, to be in alignment, and to not be zigzag, knotted, confused, backwards, or blocked. And to be healed means to be able to forgive, to be able to truly let go of the pain that is associated with these past memories and hurt that you've associated within your past, in your life. Whether it was through friendships, whether it was through passionate relationships, family, whatever it was, doesn't matter. We all receive some type of a blockage in a much different way. It's been surprising me, though, lately. A lot of people have actually been becoming very blocked through dealing with negativity from work. I've been hearing that quite often lately, where people go to work and they just can't deal with the negativity at work. They're like, yeah, I talked to this person was like this, and this person was wanting me to, do that. It was just total negativity, total negativity. And when you think about life and you think about our lives that we're living, we're supposed to live life with love, with happiness. We're supposed to live life truly with fulfillment. But we don't do that. It's like we're afraid to allow ourselves to be happy. We're afraid to allow ourselves to truly accept love. Why are we so afraid, though? Why are we in fear? What is it that is stopping us from having that connection, from having that happiness? Think about that for a moment. If you want to have your soulmate, what is stopping you from having your soulmate? Because we all deserve our soulmate. That's something I can definitely clarify and express daily. I can say it in complete confidence. I can say it 100 million times today. Yes, you deserve your soulmate. Yes, you deserve your soulmate. To any person that I talk to, that I associate with, and that I communicate with, or that I know, or that I don't know. I don't care if the person is negative, positive, loving. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Because one thing that we quite often forget is that all of us have made mistakes. All of us have made mistakes. And all of us can ask for forgiveness. And all of us can be healed once again. So let yourself receive this blessing. Let yourself embrace love once again. What is our show talking about? What are we talking about today? Are soulmates real? What are soulmates? Soulmates are the most amazing, most hugest gift that I believe a person can receive. It is someone who will understand you unconditionally in every way, shape, and form. A soulmate is here to love you with no holding back. Where most people hold back, most people are afraid to express their emotions, what they're feeling, what they have to say. I believe and I know that soulmates are a gift from God, a miracle that we receive on earth because of the unconditional love, because of the support, because of the connection, and really truly feeling whole again. Being able to have that feeling of being whole once again. Isn't that amazing? I mean, can you imagine how amazing and how spectacular that is? Being able to be with your soulmate and knowing what it is to feel whole again. No longer feeling that disconnection, the confusion, the lost feeling, any of that. all of that washes away. And then you become whole again. And you just feel like, oh my gosh, I feel so at peace. I feel so, even though your life may not be amazing, the most celebrated and wonderful gift in the universe, but you'll feel whole again. There's something inside of you that makes you sleep well at night. There's something inside of you that makes you feel complete. And that's called a soulmate. There's something within you that makes you feel comforted. That's called a soulmate. So many people don't understand that when we have our soulmates, they understand us at every level, spiritually, emotionally, and physically. But in order for us to connect with our soulmate, like I mentioned before, like the lady who was disconnected from her spirituality and a very, very hurt and was dealing with a lot of pain. So she only wanted pain. So she was looking for someone to give her that pain, to make her continue having that negative energy in her space. Because she was afraid of love. She was so afraid of the love she was receiving from her soulmate, she divorced him. She was so afraid of the connection that she had from her soulmate, she left him. Because she was in fear that he would find out her secret. And her secret was fear. Fear of not being able to really, truly have that love. We will continue after this commercial.
Feed your soul with waves of consciousness on OMTimes Radio. Host your show on IOM FM, the radio network of OMTimes Media, one of the more recognized brand names in the conscious community, and is backed by the extensive marketing reach of OMTimes. Hosting a show on IOM FM immediately connects you with our extensive dedicated community.
Looking for inspiration?
Want to be inspired?
Not sure where to go?
Find Mark and Kim every Wednesdays at 3 p.m. Eastern on Inspired Living.
Topics will elevate consciousness and range from metaphysics to the human and social experience and all things spiritual.
Welcome to an inspired community that offers support, encouragement, and new ways of thinking. You are the inspired and the inspiration.
Hamilton was adopted from a rescue in 2008. He really likes to be around people. I get out my mat and I'm doing a downward dog and he's underneath. He's quite the pug about town. He gets invited to a lot of parties. He knows he's a pretty big deal. Look at this little face. How could you not love him?
Hamilton the Pug, Instagram star and shelter pet. Amazing adoption stories start in shelters. Visit theshelterpetproject.org to find a pet near you. Brought to you by Maddie's Fund, the Humane Society of the United States, and the Ad Council.
And we are back. So, like I said, a soulmate is someone who makes you feel complete. And I was talking about this story a little bit about this lady who I worked with as well. Now I want to focus on more information of, can we lose our soulmate? You know, what are the things that we need to know more about our soulmate so that you can allow yourself to be more aware and have the knowledge of what a soulmate really truly is. So it's a feeling of completion. It's a feeling of total, absolute, total connection. Like amazing, absolutely wonderful, just spectacular. One thing that I don't talk about quite often, I do mention it when I work with clients, but not on lectures, not on shows, is that connecting with our soulmate actually helps us to connect to our purpose. It actually helps us connect to our purpose. It's really, really amazing. Connecting with our soulmates actually help us connect and reach our purpose. Now, you can say, well, what do you mean by that? How can that be? Well, it's very simple. Because when we are happy, everything comes forward. All these doors open, all these miracles flow in, and the whole vibration of energy changes for us. It's amazing. It's wonderful. So when you are with your soulmate, the one thing that our soulmate does is, and we do for our soulmate as well, is we want each other to be happy. We want each other to have true fulfillment. We want each other to have completion. So our soulmate will inspire us. Well, what do you want, honey? How can I help you? How can I help you to find true fulfillment, sweetheart? How can I help you, dear, to have true happiness in your purpose? And that's one thing that I don't talk about very often is our soulmate helps us to reach that goal. Can we lose our soulmate? Now, I mentioned this earlier where I said, what if I lost my soulmate? That's like the example of the lady who divorced her soulmate. But what if we lose our soulmate? What if our soulmate passes away? What if we've had our soulmate for 2 days, for 10 days, for 10 years, and our soulmate passes away? Then what? Well, the one thing that I have to say, because this question has been asked and I have come across people who have had this scenario, the one thing that I would have to say very clearly and with complete confidence and without any hesitation is that for you to have the blessing of having your soulmate for 2 days was a miracle in the first place. I'm sorry that you no longer have your soulmate, but having your soulmate for the short time or the amazing moment that you have shared was a miracle enough to be able to last you a lifetime. Now, why do I say that is because I've come across someone and I've worked with her for quite a long time. And she connected with her soulmate and everything was amazing, absolutely spectacular. She connected with her soulmate. It was like watching a movie. It was absolutely wonderful to be in the same room with them and to watch this happen. It was like watching a movie. It was like, oh my gosh, this is really happening. You know, they don't even know each other and they're just like, oh my gosh, you know, totally connected. Like this magnet just going and just pushing them together. Amazing. So I'm watching this happen. Everything's wonderful. Okay, now they're connected. Now they're dealing with each other. Everything's wonderful. Okay, that evening went absolutely awesome. They had future other, connections, and they end up being together. Okay, wonderful. Absolutely amazing. Long story short, he ended up passing away. And she shared moments with him. She definitely was with her soulmate. Everything was amazing. But now he's died. And she had no idea what she was going to do because now her soulmate is gone forever. And now she'll never know what it is to have happiness. Now she'll never, ever know what it is to have true fulfillment. This is what she believed. And she was convinced this was a fact. And I expressed to her how her soulmate talked to me, because I talked to spirit guides and people who've passed away. And he said, tell her to not lose hope, because I will always be here. I will always be in the spirit realm. I will always love her. I will always protect her. I will always watch over her. But that now she has an opportunity to teach someone else the gifts that I've shared with her. love, passion, emotion, unconditional love, all these wonderful gifts. And when she heard of this, she began to become inspired, and she began to believe that she could maybe, just maybe, love again. Not the same way, but definitely be able to love again. And through the inspiration of her soulmate, she has remarried. Amazing, absolutely spectacular relationship, totally wonderful. And her soulmate was constantly coming through. As she was with this person, she would be constantly receiving messages of how much she loves her and how much he's there for her and how happy he is that she's moving on and moving forward and, live life to the fullest and don't take advantage of life, just be happy. Constantly sharing this message with her. The point is, as she allowed herself to reopen, thank God, she found love once again. It was definitely not her soulmate, but it was definitely love. Can our soulmates just be friends? And this is a question that I've been asked quite often because people are like, well, I would love to be with my soulmate, but, I'm married and I'm with this great guy and he's really wonderful and he's such a good person, but I don't want to leave him. But I don't want to not be with my soulmate because I know I'm missing certain elements of the relationship, So what do I do? How can I help myself? And I expressed to them completely and entirely. If you are married and you are completely happy with your husband, but you still want to be able to allow yourself to have the relationship with your soulmate, that is absolutely, absolutely necessary. And you could just be friends. For surely you could just be friends. Why would we not be able to have that opportunity? We are all blessed to be able to have love. And that love is a gift. And if that love is just as a friendship and just as a partnership of helping you spiritually, which is one thing that I notice most about soulmates is they help us spiritually, then let that be. It's like the angels sing, in my opinion, when soulmates connect. And you hear of Cupid and they, have their horns and all that. That's what I feel like what happens when soulmates connect. But another thing that I think is absolutely amazing that a lot of people don't realize is that it's eternal love. It's for always and forever. Always and forever. Some people ask me, well, do we get a second chance? Like, what if I messed up and I didn't allow myself to be aware and I was blinded and now I'm 63 and I'm stuck in the world and I've already been through this marriage and I have kids and I have my grandkids and I'm done. I'm retired and I'm ready to have my soulmate. I'm ready to finally, face it and sit there and say, I want love. Do we get a second chance? Of course you do. Absolutely you do. Absolutely. It is so, to me, it is so funny for people to think that we don't get a second chance. I understand why people say we don't. I get it. I'm totally understanding of that because we have so much fear. We are constantly taught and shown and expressed to that love doesn't exist. It's not real. And all these other behaviors, all these other really, really discouraging expressions. And I know I'm one person who's telling you that love is real. I know I'm one person who's telling you that soulmates are real, but I am also that person that is living proof in life with my soulmate, with 4 wonderful, amazing, God-blessed children that God blessed me to have when I wasn't even supposed to have 1 child medically. But I have 4 miracles that are the biggest blessings I've ever had in my whole entire life, with the biggest gift of having a soulmate when I never had intentions on having a soulmate. So I'm living proof that eternal love does exist, and it is for always, and it is forever, and we do get second chances. And it does help you to reach your purpose, to get you on the path, and to help to support you with your purpose and your reason for being here on this planet. Soulmates are amazing. I'm Tammy Adams. God bless all of you until next time. It was wonderful being here. Bye.